Okay, so let's talk about how to crank these up and crank them down. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you've got it pulled away from the wall and it's nice and balanced, straight up and down. You want to pay attention to these mechanisms here because these are spring-loaded locks and these are what keep this extension portion in place and safely locked in position. So you see this rope here, it basically runs as a loop all the way up through the top of the ladder, through the pulley there, and attaches to this rung, which is part of the sliding portion of the ladder. So watch what happens when we pull down from the back on this rope here. See the pulley loops through, and you're essentially pulling this portion up through the pulley with the rope. Now watch what these do. As you pull up past the rung, the springs swing those locks back forward, and you can do that as high as you want to go. Now when you get into the correct position, you'll see those locks swing forward, and now you can drop it back down and you see it's locked on this rung here, and now this is safe and in a permanent locked position. So you can set this on any rung you want all the way up to adjust your height within a foot or so between these rungs. Now when it's time to bring it back down, you want to pay extra attention to these little black flippers here. So you extend the ladder past the rung, and now watch what happens when it comes down. Those flippers flip up, those are spring loaded as well, pushes the lock back and allows it to clear the rung so it can keep dropping down. And you can bring it down to whatever position you want. Once you pass the rung that you want to lock on, just bring it back up just like that, and it's locked. So in like a normal pace, it's going to look like this. Locked, locked, down. Now something to watch out for is this rope here. You're going to be pulling on this a lot, and if you've got the ladder extended quite a bit and you want to bring it all the way down, you're going to use your hand to create some tension on this rope, and it will allow you to control the pace of the descent. You don't want to just crank it and let it go because it's going to slam down really hard. So you want to just kind of let this rope slide through your hands, but you also don't want to let it go too fast because the rope will burn your hand. So what I like to do is let it slide down a couple of rungs, maybe lock it and give my hand a break. Or you can also support it with your offhand once you can reach. So you're taking some of the weight, and now you're allowing your offhand to kind of guide it down, and you're just kind of controlling the rope a little bit as a break. So this is something you get some practice, you get a feel for it, and it'll be second nature. But that's just the basic functions of an extension ladder. It allows you to adjust to whatever height you need very conveniently, very easily. Just always make sure these are locked on that back rung before you set foot on the ladder. That's the only safe way to use these.